what's going on. So who wants to be a firefighter?
Me.
Well, okay, I knew it was going to be you. You too? You want? You want to be a firefighter? So, what do you want to do? You want to fight dangerous fires? Well, then you came to the right place. So everybody's always seen a fire engine, right?
No.
This isn't a fire engine, okay? We do different things. This is called a ladder truck. You see that big thing up there?
Yeah.
How high does that go up?
So high. 20 feet.
So high. Yes, you're right. But how high is so high? Is it 50 feet? How high?
That has to be like 40 or
There's a number up there if you can read it. What does it say? 100 feet.
How is it? Oh my God.
100 feet. So here's the deal. How many cats in trees are at 100 feet? Have you ever seen a cat skeleton in a tree?
Yeah.
A cat skeleton in a tree? You have? Please, I need your address. So the first thing, when you guys have any kind of emergency, okay, let's say at the house, you got smoke in the house, something like that, okay? What's the first thing that you do?
Stop, drop, call 911.
I'll talk about stop, drop, and roll and why you don't do that.
Call 911.
You call 911. Are you calling from your house or somebody else's house?
Somebody else's house.
Why is that? That's right, so it's too dangerous. So you got to get out. Who else has to get out? Somebody else. You're already a fireman. You answer better than some of the guys in my firehouse. My parents, because guess what? You guys know more what to do than your parents do, I promise you. Who else?
You can save everybody in your house.
If you can. If you can. If you got to leave pets behind, it's fine. We need you, but we love your pups and we'll go get them. Okay? So you call 911. So let me ask the question. Do you know your address?
Yes. I don't. Yes.
I know your address, girl.
Do you know your address?
Yes. I do.
Do you know your address?
Yeah.
Okay. You do. Because let me explain to you. If you guys, and I realize you guys are a little bit younger, but that's okay. If you don't know your address, we don't know where to come. So one of the things, do you guys get homework in at camp?
No.
You just did. Because I want you guys to know your home address and your home phone number. Because what happens is, because I can tell you what happens if you're at the fair and then all of a sudden they can't find you and you can't give me your address and your name and your folks and your phone number.
We can call it, please. We don't even have
Yes,
a
but
phone. Write it down on your forehead.
you don't have a phone, neither do
I
I.
have a phone.
But you still need to know.
No, you do have. I have a phone.
Your mama has a phone.
I have a phone right there. I did phone.
You caught me fibbing, didn't you? But you still need to know your address. Okay, so that's the one thing. Hang on. So that's the one thing. So everybody's going to remember, I call 911, and then where do I call it from?
Somebody else's house.
Somebody else's house because the house is filled with smoke. Where do you go?
Go outside.
Yeah, I'll buy that. But where do you go?
When your house is on fire, you probably go to one of the next door neighbors' house.
You
Or
could.
go somewhere farther with your family, so if the house is on fire.
So what do we call that? We call that a what? We call that a meeting point. So we set up a meeting point somewhere that's not in our house, so we know if something happens and we got people second floor, down in the basement, all this, we're gonna all meet up at Mrs. Jones' house, is 3 doors down on the other side of the street, right?
Yes.
Think about that. Because what do you think the first question I ask when your house is on fire?
Where's your location?
No, I know where that is because I'm already here. I'm at the front door. What am I asking?
Where's your family?
Correct. Is everybody out? I need to know if everybody's out. What do you got to add?
When there's a fire coming, you have to duck down.
Yes, that's correct. So somebody said stop, drop, and roll. When do you
I
stop?
said stop.
When do you stop, drop, and roll?
When there's a fire.
When you're on fire.
Close.
That's correct. That's correct. So the stop, drop, and roll, people always say, I stop, drop, and roll. Because most of your, everybody does Halloween, right?
Yes.
What were you for Halloween?
Fortnite.
What were you for Halloween?
For Halloween, I
Were you? Well, then you should have come with us because we need help. Here's my point. All of those costumes are highly flammable. And a lot of people would have candles and the like, and what happened is they catch fire. So there, you stop, drop, and roll, and that's supposed to get the fire out. But what did you talk about going low? What did you say? What did you say? Yeah.
If your house is on fire, go somewhere far next to the fire breaks.
But if I got to get out of the house and there's smoke in it, how do I get out? How do I get out?
You could probably crawl.
Why am I crawling? She's got it. She's got it.
Smoke, because the smoke could get gone.
That's correct. So the smoke is high. You guys are going to learn this. Heat is high, and this is low. Okay? You guys like superheroes?
Yes. No. Yes. No.
Jansen, you like superheroes.
Who said no? Okay, well, I'm going to show you. So, what do superheroes normally have? Superpowers, right? They got superpowers.
I don't care.
Jansen.
So, you guys watch Iron Man, right? Iron Man has like this big thing where he comes in and suddenly he can do all this stuff.
Yeah, but he has.
Do you know that we as firefighters have superpowers?
No. Yes. You know, your superpower is to help people.
Well, so how do we have that superpower? So for us, our superpower is in what we wear. So what I'm showing you as I start to get dressed, everybody remembers how I look, right? Okay. I look icky? Thank you. I love you too, sweetheart. So here we go. Johnny, you told her to say that. So I'm starting to make my transformation. When Clark Kent does his Superman thing, where does he go to get changed? Do you know? So this is older school. They don't do that anymore. He used to get changed in a...
He ripped off his clothes.
Where? It was in a telephone booth. You guys don't even know what telephone booths are.
Yes, I do.
Where did you see telephone? Really? Well, I tell you what, that's where I live. I'm here to tell you I haven't seen one yet. So I'm starting to get that Iron Man costume on. Why do I wear this?
Oh, just because it's for safety, to protect yourself.
So this costs about $2,800, $3,000, what I'm wearing right now. $3,000 is what I said. Okay? When I'm coming and looking for you, where should you not hide? You should not hide in the house. But where do kids always hide? That's right, under a bed. Where else? In a closet. Where else?
Where's somewhere you guys like to hide?
It's not even about the clothes. It's just the fact that I can't find you. Could be. And we don't want that to happen.
It's okay.
So everybody still remembers how I look, right? I'm about to get my superpower. Everybody still recognize me? So, here's what happens. When I go into your house, it's a couple hundred degrees. How do you think that goes for you with a couple hundred degrees? Pretty hot, right? I mean, it's hot today too, would you agree?
No, it's cool.
So, what I'm doing is I am putting on my superhero costume. So what I'm wearing right now, how much do you think this costs? Everything.
Infinite.
Yeah, well it is. It's about $8,000 for everything I'm doing. So here's the deal. So now I'm going in and finding you. Do you hear that? I'm breathing, that's right.
Don't breathe in the smoke. And if you're
But here's what I need you to do. If I'm coming and looking for you, I don't want you to be afraid. Now you guys saw what I look like, right?
yes.
Well, as I'm crawling, because I'm down low, why am I down low?
Because the heat is
That's right. And that's where I'm going to find you. So you guys are all going to reach out to me, right? And grab my hand, right? You can do it. Nothing's gonna happen. I need you to grab my hand. There you go.
got it.
Because that's how I find you. So you're all gonna do that, right? You're all gonna do that, right?
Good job.
You're all gonna do that, right?
Y'all aren't doing it.
I know, look at my apron.
It's soft.
Good job, Laura.
It's soft. It's a
Get moisturized.
Gotta find us all.
Because you hear this Darth Vader voice, right?
No.
So you hear this Darth Vader voice, right?
Do you want to turn?
It sounds pretty scary, but it's still me, right?
Yeah.
The biggest thing I want you to understand out of all this, number one, know what your phone number is, know what your address is.
I only know that.
Number two, don't hide under a bed in a closet.
Or in the basement.
And number three, if I'm in my Superman costume, it's time for you to go. How many people have cats? How many people have dogs?
I have both. Or scorpions. Or scorpions.
You have scorpions? Johnny, I don't know if we do scorpions. I'll try. But here's what I saved the chinchilla ones. So here's what I want you guys to do. Uh-huh.
Why keep them in a tank?
Absolutely, and I want you to grab me. Because I'm going to be calling out for you, and I'm going to be saying, hey, I need you to let me know where you are. Because I'm going to ask somebody, is everybody out of the house? You asked that earlier. Is everybody out of the house?
You make louder noises than that.
This thing right here, that's about $3,000. That allows me to breathe when it's about 400 degrees inside your house. Yes.
And when you're in a fire, you should make sure the house burns down. Wait, did you guys
You can.
So you don't breathe in any of this?
That's right. But that doesn't always work, but something's better than nothing. You wet it too, but I'd rather you just get out. How many people you live in an apartment
My
with?
sister's, my cousin has
Okay.
one.
Do I use an elevator in when the fire alarm or when the house is on fire? Do I use an elevator?
No.
What do I take?
The stairway.
Right.
The emergency stairs.
Absolutely. It may, but the other thing it does is that sometimes the heat brings the elevator to where the fire is, and that's not where you want to go. Yes.
If you're in like a house and like if you can't get the door open, you should try and like break a window.
Well, if you can, and you can safely do it. So a lot of you guys all live somewhere in Carlisle, right? So some of you have balconies on the second floor.
No. Yes.
Some do. Don't you hate it? Some do. So what are these?
Ladder.
Right. So with these ladders, 16 foot, 18 foot, and how long is that ladder?
100 feet.
100 foot. I can come get you, but I need to know that you're there. So ideally what I'd like you to do is, one, get out of the house. Or apartment. Well, thank you for that clarification. But again, nobody has what? That's right, and not everybody has a balcony, because we're not haters, right? So that's the deal. So we have all that. But that's not all we do. So you said, if I can't get in, do I have the keys to your apartment?
No.
How do you think I get in?
Slide. You break the door.
I break the door open.
You kick the door.
Or if the fire is
Stop it.
if the fire
Oh my God.
Yeah, but
This
buddy,
is
the
the
house
set
is
of
on
keys
fire.
that I use. I need one person to stand up.
No.
I want you to hold on to this.
Oh
Hold on to this.
no.
One from this group, I want you to hold on to this. Get up.
Stand up.
Hold on to it.
Oh, the heavy.
No.
So what I want you to understand
Need
is,
some help.
what I was just wearing, okay, my gear, that, and that is about 35 pounds, 40 pounds. How many people here weigh 40 pounds?
I weigh
You can pull this way
63.
so she drops
You
it.
weigh 63. I carry as much as you weigh.
It's not on you.
I I don't think it's
600. That's the last age you'll ever tell me your weight. I
So
promise you.
that means if he's carrying both those tools, don't ask him to carry it out of the house.
So, pretty heavy, right?
Nah.
So,
I can take it.
but I guess what I tell you all is this. I can get into your house. And why do I get into your house? What's the number one thing I'm looking for? To save you.
Window.
That's the only reason that we exist. To preserve life.
So
And maybe property.
You can like go outside.
What's that?
When you get the door open, you can like go outside.
Yes, I do. Because that's how I let the other guys in. But the bottom line is, everything that we got here, and Johnny had this out earlier. Yeah, I didn't know. He's just showing off. Are you guys all hot? I bet you're not going to be in a second.
That's a fan for your house for the snow.
I feel like that's not fair.
Possible a drain? That can't be. I just checked this. Give me a second.